JD Vance and Elon Musk called Canterbury Cathedral graffiti shameful. The art installation that has covered walls and pillars with street-style spray painting has drawn a mixed response. Yeah, back in the day we called street-style spray painting graffiti, which is what it is, and the Times is trying to make it sound nice. It's not art, is it? It's knobhead spraying things for a laugh. That's what it is. Street-style art usually means knobheads. Easy. Anything described as street generally fits that description, doesn't it? Street music. What? Drill rap. Same thing. Knobheads. Knobheads talking in loud voices while banging bin lids. That's what drill rap is. Anyway, I'm sure viewers of this channel know exactly how the angry Bootneck feels about it. Needless to say, I'm with the Vice President and Mr. Musk on this one. Have you seen it? Do you want to see it? Well, now I feel guilty. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to show you it. Suffice it to say, it looks like... what does it look like? It looks like if Stormzy did a trolley dash in B&Q and then was told to purposely deface an English monument and then, he got pissed first. That's what it looks like. Right, as promised, here it is. Tony Romo made a video about it. Have a look at this. The oldest cathedral in England, Canterbury Cathedral, established in 597 AD by St. Augustine. It was founded to reintroduce Christianity to the Anglo-Saxons. Now, done up like this by a modern artist who doesn't know what gender they are. Nothing is sacred. And here's the video. Yeah, there you go. Mint that, innit? That's why I've stopped it there, by the way. Why all the suffering? Because I can answer that question. I can answer that question. Why all the suffering? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because the people that do the street art are doing all the suffering. Okay, well, maybe not all of it, but what would you call it? A mathematically disproportionate amount of the suffering? Because, for example, they've all been crying about knife crime, haven't they? Have you seen the numbers for knife crime? According to a 2022 analysis by the Greater London Authority, black Londoners, who comprise 13% of the city's population, account for 53% of the knife crime perpetrators in London. For context on fatal stabbings specifically, the same analysis found that black Londoners accounted for 61% of knife murder perpetrators. Yeah, weird that, innit? Weird. Still, for the bigots who say they don't do any work, well, at least they're putting in the spade work when it comes to doing shite art in cathedrals and knife crime in the capital. So you can't say they're not doing, they're not just sat on their asses, are they? As to the serious commentary, the Times has said that the street-style spray painting has drew a mixed response. Yeah, a mixed response. That being the sane people hate it and the raving lunatics with, purple hair and coach bolt fired through the tongue, they love it because they've been told to love it. They've got suicidal, ludicrous, brain-dead, irrational empathy for the out-group preference, so they love it, even though every sane part of their being says, why is that glorious ancient monument now painted to look like the side of an end-of-terraced house in a council estate in a total shithole of a city? The US Vice President JD Vance has criticised the graffiti-style art installation at Canterbury Cathedral for making a beautiful historical building really ugly, while Elon Musk has called it shameful. 100% correct. That sentence is 100% correct. Nobody disagrees with this. Everyone likes ancient historical buildings. This is a known fact. That's why Roger Scruton was so pissed off all the time. because he knew that the public like seeing St. Paul's, York Minster. 98% of the public love buildings like that. Nobody has ever said, oh, I love that gigantic glass dildo they've just erected in the middle of London. Nobody ever says that. But people travel hundreds of miles, nay, thousands of miles, to see buildings like York Minster. If everybody thinks this way, why do the raving lunatics that run the world insist on constantly doing the opposite of what people want? Sorry, bit of a rant, let's finish up. Visitors were shocked this week to find the cathedral's interior covered in what appeared to be graffiti. No, it was graffiti. It looks shite. One described it as looking like an underground car park in Peckham. Based days after the Right Reverend Dame Sarah Mullally was named as the next Archbishop of Canterbury within its walls. Lunatics. The brightly coloured images on pillars, walls and staircases are part of an art installation that, by the cathedral's own admission, has divided public opinion. Vance and Musk are among those to have taken against the project after the Times reported on the installation. The cathedral said that a poet and curator had worked with marginalised communities and a team of skilled artists to create vibrant, handwritten literature. Responding to the question, what would you ask God? Well, I know what I'd ask God. I'd ask him why his representatives in the Church of England appear to have the intellectual capacity of one of the bricks used to make the cathedral. Vance posted on X, it's weird to me that these people don't see the irony of honouring marginalised communities by making a beautiful historical building ugly. Musk, the Tesla chief executive, replied to a post about it with the word shameful. The graffiti looks as if it has been spray painted in a typical street style, mimicking scribbled tags and rounded throw-up lettering and more complex wild style designs. So commie gibberish, innit? That's just all that whole article is. Especially that sentence. As soon as you see the words marginalised communities, you know everything you read after it is going to be absolute commie gibberish. So what do you think of that? Let me know in the comments. Look, what do you think of that? I think that is an absolute abomination. It's against God, and I'm not even a religious man. The capture, I mean, we all know this, but the capture of all of the big institutions in the UK, it is staggering how fast they managed it. It took them 20 years, ever since Blair installed all these lunatics, and now everything in the UK that's supposed to ground you and give you a sense of history and community and remind you where you're from. All these, I was actually whinging about this with my missus yesterday about Captain Cook getting demonised. He's like a hero in Middlesbrough, one of the only famous people to come from there. Everyone learns about him from the age of about 2. And now they're all talking like he's a bad person because he had balls like watermelons and he went exploring in a little shitty wooden boat back before GPS existed. The man was a titan and they want to just pull him down all the time. That's just more of the same. This is just purposeful disenfranchisement of the native population as usual. And what you do, if you're sensible, is you constantly rip the piss out of the maniacs that are doing it. Plant your feet and say, nope, I'm not playing and I'm not having it. It's shit. Get rid of it. Nobody likes it. We don't like big glass dildos and cheese graters. We like nice ancient structures made from stone with little gargoyles on them and daft statues outside. That's what we like. We don't like big glass abortions, street art that looks like a piss chav, drill rapper type knobhead made it. Nobody's interested. Get rid of it. All right, that's what I've got to say about it. But maybe I'm just crazy and it's all a conspiracy theory and they definitely aren't on purpose trying to make you all pissed off and uproot you and try and make you a citizen of the world because they're a bunch of lunatics whose minds are so open all the brains fell out years ago. All right, that's me for the day. I've got to do one. I'm off up the line. I'll be back on Monday. See you all then. Have a fantastic weekend. Toodle pip. Cheers.